These are 5 rules for emailing your professor. Hi everyone. I'm here to provide you with some important rules for whether or not you should email your professor. Here are 5 rules. These will make it more likely that you'll actually get a response from your professor to your email and will reduce the probability of incurring their wrath. Us professors are very busy people sometimes. Oftentimes we have 200, 300, 400 students, research obligations, committee obligations, and we get a lot of email. A lot of email is important email from students that we want to respond to. A lot of email is junk, like inviting us to be an invited talker at some conference in some place we've never heard of. So by reducing the amount of email that you send your professor, you're more likely to get a response. So here's rule number 1. Check the syllabus. No, seriously, check there first. The syllabus, you should have been given that on your first day of class. You've got it either in the front of your notebook, in the bottom of your book bag, or somewhere buried in your dorm room. Look for it and read through it. It's got a lot of important and cool stuff in there, like the actual email address of your professor, their office hours, the location of their office, when the exam is, probably when the final exam is, rules for making up exams, if they even allow that. But check that syllabus and see if there's some information to answer your email first. The second rule is to check the web page. Every university has a web page. You can go there and usually search for whatever it is that you're looking for. So for example, if you're trying to figure out when your final exam is, you can just go to your university web page and type in final exam schedule, and more than likely it will tell you. So if you can find out the answer on your own, again, much more likely to get a response to an important email, and again, less irritation from your professor. Rule number 3 is at 10 o'clock the night before the exam. Nothing irritates us more than getting a topical question about 14 things that you don't understand, and it's the night before the exam. So if you have an email about the exam, please be sure to make sure it's no later than the end of the business day on the day prior to the exam, because otherwise it will make us question humanity. Rule number 4. Do not ask if we did anything important in class. Just don't. Rule number 5. Do not ask to be the exception to a rule. Things like, oh, I see the final exam is on the last Saturday of the semester, but I'm going to Aruba. Can I take it at another time? If we allow you to be the exception to the rule, then we have to allow everyone to be the exception to the rule, and so then it makes it no rule. So please don't bother us with these questions either, because they make us feel bad, and then we have to say no, and we don't want to have to do that. So as a rule, don't ask to be the exception to the rule. Please remember to use these rules. It'll make us all happier people. And don't forget to reach out to your professor with any questions, or email me, paul.merritt.sci@gmail.com, for suggestions for further videos.